Hey friends, welcome back to Grand Adventure. I'm your host, Mark Guido, and this week we are in beautiful Pagosa Springs, Colorado. So, come along. This episode of Grand Adventure is sponsored by the Dyrt PRO. Find the campsite that's right for you from over 44,000 listings, either on the web or on their #1 ranked mobile app. Try all of the Pro features free for 90 days by using the promo code GrandAdventure90. So we came over here directly from our last stop in Dolores, Colorado. If you missed that episode, I'll put a link right here on the screen. That way you can go back and check it out. It was a beautiful spot. But when we came over here, we expected to transition from dry camping over in Dolores back to boondocking, as we prefer to do. However, that didn't quite work out as planned. We spent a couple of hours wandering down forest roads in the Pagosa area, looking for a site that was both acceptable to both of us and also had adequate cell service for work. We did find some gorgeous spots. However, cell service was a little too weak and spotty to be dependable for me to work from the trailer for the week. So instead, we ended up, yes, in an RV park. We are here at Mountain Landing, which is right near the airport on the west side of town. Spacious sites, nice spacing between the sites. These are gravel pads. It's going for approximately $50 per night. I don't remember the exact fee. Most of the sites here have full hookups, water, electric, and sewer. Ours, unfortunately, is the one site they have that does not have a sewer hookup. It's the only site they had left. So at a busy time in Pagosa Springs, we figured we'd better take it. So you can find great campsites just like this one on the Dyrt.com. You'll find over 44,000 places to camp and over 1 million user reviews, photographs, videos of places all across the United States. Pro members get special access, including offline searching for campgrounds down the road, trip routing, and public land map layers where you can figure out where it is legal to boondock, kind of like what we did when we first got here to Pagosa Springs. Also, Pro members get exclusive discounts at campgrounds all across the country, including up to 40% off the first night and 10% off subsequent nights. Now, normally this costs $35.99 per year, but our grand adventurers, through a special relationship with the Dyrt, get to try it for free for a full 90 days. That's half the camping season. So what do you have to lose? Click the link down below to use our promo code GrandAdventure90 and try the Dyrt PRO for free for 90 days. Now, Pagosa Springs is a really special community. Let's head over there for a little bit and show you around. Pagosa Springs sits at the southern base of Colorado's Wolf Creek Pass, which crosses the Continental Divide at a lofty elevation of 10,856 feet near Wolf Creek ski area, usually one of the first to open in the state each fall. The road drops 3,730 vertical feet on its way to town, down a steep 8-mile, 7% steady grade, once made famous in a country song by C.W. McCall. The town of Pagosa Springs is a popular year-round vacation and second home community in the southern Colorado Rockies, around 35 miles north of the New Mexico state line and surrounded by the San Juan National Forest. The town is named for its sulfur springs, including the world's deepest geothermal hot spring at a depth of over 1,000 feet. This mother spring feeds the pools hosted by 3 local hot spring soaking locations within town, bubbling up from the ground at approximately 144 degrees Fahrenheit. The name comes from a combination of 2 words that a Ute tribal elder once translated as water, pa, that has a bad smell, gosa, Pagosa. These healing waters were already being developed as a tourist attraction when the town of Pagosa Springs was incorporated in 1891. In the 1930s, a woman named Cora Woods bought some property near the Great Pagosa Hot Springs and built the equivalent of a motel with a geothermal swimming pool. That business eventually became the present-day Healing Waters Resort and Spa. Of course, no visit to the water that has a bad smell would be complete without spending some time soaking in it. Of the 3 hot springs in town, Patricia and I opted to visit the most grandiose, the Springs Resort and Spa. Its 25 pools are filled with mineral-rich geothermal water that ranges from a gentle 99 to 113 blistering degrees. The hottest water in a tiny pool beside the San Juan River, appropriately named the Lobster Pot. All joking aside, the water has only a faint sulfur aroma that's not entirely unpleasant, especially to a guy who built and flew model rockets as a kid. In fact, the only thing that stunk was the price. I've never paid $49 per person to soak in a hot spring, and hopefully I never will again. Their signature cocktail left my wallet $16 lighter plus tip. Still, After living for months with only an RV shower, it sure felt good to soak our weary bones in their hot, soothing waters for a couple of hours. Skinny, pasty white Italian guys should never be caught on camera shirtless. Ever. We've been locked up in the RV, tied up with work for much of our stay in Pagosa Springs this week. So on the advice of viewer and Pagosa Springs resident James Tagliarini, we're going to travel 23 miles north of town via a well-maintained dirt road to spend a relaxing morning paddling Williams Creek Reservoir. It's a popular fishing, kayaking, and camping spot within the San Juan National Forest. At a little over a mile long and a half-mile wide, Williams Creek Reservoir is relatively small. But the pool is full, and at an altitude of 8,250 feet, it's eminently beautiful and seemingly perfect for a relaxing weekend paddle. My first of the season. I've been entertained by ducks, geese, great blue herons, and even a bald eagle while out on the lake. So we truly hope that you've enjoyed coming to Pagosa Springs with us. If you like this episode, it's extremely important to us that you give us a big thumbs up down below. And while you're down below, we would love to hear from you in the comments section. Now, coming up next week, we're going to be getting back to boondocking over near Creede, Colorado. And I can tell you right now, it is an amazing spot. So if you're not yet a Grand Adventurer, this is the perfect time to go smash that little red subscribe button, the one right down there in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. And ring that notification bell to be sure that you come along on each and every Grand Adventure, each and every Wednesday evening. And we'd be honored if you shared the channel with your friends, family, and on social media. So until next week from Creede, please remember, life is nothing but a grand adventure. We'll see you then.